my musical library friends. Hope you're doing well today. I have some new songs for us to try, and I am going to be picking some songs today that involve using our hands. We're going to use our hands to help us sing. So I hope you guys are feeling in good voice today. And if you picked up your music books, we're going to be doing the week 2 songs and rhymes. So if you haven't, you can stop by the library, give us a call, and we'll meet you at the front door, and we can arrange to get you your printout of the pages that I'm using in our Round and Round the Garden and Other Action Songs Nursery Collection Songbook. Okay? So, the first one that we're going to do today is just we're going to warm up, because some of these are actually a little bit tricky. Because when you try to sing and you try to use your hands at the same time, sometimes you forget, right? You think about the words and then you forget your hands, or you think about your hands and you forget the words. So this is a really great way, moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and whoever's watching this with you, for you to do a lot of coordination with your brain cells, right? Helps us grow, helps us do fun and interesting things. So we are going to be doing some hand rhymes and songs. So the first one we're going to do is called 5 Little Peas. So we have how many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our fingers are going to be the little peas in this rhyme, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our hands together and kind of pretend like we're holding hands with ourselves, okay? So it goes like this. 5 little peas in a pea pod pressed. So we're in our pea pods, right? 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did the rest. So make your fingers stand up tall with each other. See that? They grew and they grew and they did not stop. So rub them together because they're growing until one day the pod went pop. Can you do that? All right, let's try it again. So start with our hands nice and tight together. We have our fingers all squishied up. We're gonna pretend that we're in a little pea pod. Here we go. 5 little peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did the rest. There they are, all grown up. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until one day the pod went pop. Good job, you guys. That's kind of a fun one, right? So we're using our hands again in this next song. And the next song is actually a song. It's not just a rhyme. And it's a little tricky. I have to say, Miss Michelle has to remember a lot of things. So I hope you guys will do it with me, and then we'll remember together. Are you ready? Okay, so it's the next one on the page. It's called 1 Finger and 1 Thumb. So here's our finger and here's our thumb that we're going to use, and we're going to be doing a lot of rhythm. So here, let me move this a little bit out of the way so you can maybe see my leg down here, because I'm not going to stand up for this one. We'll stand up for the next one. Okay, so we have 1 finger and 1 thumb, and they're going to be keeping rhythm, right? Rhythm is the beat that we sing to, right? Bump, 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 okay? So here it goes. Very simple words, but it's gonna get tricky as we add more things. So here we go. 1 thumb, 1 finger, keep moving. 1 thumb, 1 finger, keep moving. 1 thumb, 1 finger, keep moving. We'll all be merry and bright. That was kind of easy, right? Not too hard, but now we're gonna add on. So we have 1 finger, 1 thumb, and 1 arm. Okay, so we're gonna have to move all of those things in rhythm with the words. Are you ready? Let's give it a try. 1 finger, 1 thumb, 1 arm, keep moving. 1 finger, 1 thumb, 1 arm, keep moving. 1 finger, 1 thumb, 1 arm, keep moving. We'll all be merry and bright. That was a little trickier, right? We had to remember to keep moving our arm and our thumb and our finger. So what should we do? We should add on, right? So now we're not only going to do our finger, our thumb, our arm, but we're going to add our leg. And so our leg is going to go up and down and keep time as well, okay? So let's try. It's going to be tricky, but we can do it. Are you ready? Here we go. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, keep moving. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, keep moving. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, keep moving. We'll all be merry and bright. Whew, that was tricky. I bet you are doing so good at home. All right, we're gonna add one more thing. I know, it's crazy, but we're gonna try. So now we're gonna add our head and we're gonna nod, okay? So we're gonna nod in that rhythm. Are you ready to try? It's gonna be a lot. We gotta have a big breath. Gotta take a big breath to get ready to say all those words. Are you ready to give it a shot? Okay, we've got our thumb, we've got our finger, we've got our arm, we've got our leg, we got our nod. Okay, here we go. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, one nod, keep moving. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, one nod, keep moving. One finger, one nod, one thumb, one arm, one leg, keep moving. We'll all be merry and bright. See? Miss Michelle even messed up. Oh my goodness. Should we try it again? I think we should. Maybe I'll get it right this time. Did you guys get it right? I bet you did. Bet you did better than I did. Should we try it again? Okay, here we go. You ready? One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, one nod, keep moving. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, one nod, keep moving. One finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, one nod, keep moving. We'll all be merry and bright. Whew, that was good, you guys. So you can practice that and get really, really good at it, and you can impress all your friends. All right, we're gonna do a little stand-up song this time. We're still gonna use our hands, but it's fun to stand up and give a good stretch, because sometimes it's fun to sing and stretch and use our bodies all together when we're singing, okay? So this next one is called My Hands. So you probably have to flip the page over in your book to get to the next page. And if you have that book, just notice that there's blank pages in between the songs. That's kind of how I put the book together. So what's cool is you could draw some pictures, or you could write some of your own songs and your own favorites in the middle on those blank pages, and then have your very own personalized songbook, okay? But in the meantime, here we go. We're gonna do My Hands. So the way it goes is, my hands upon my head I place. So the hands are gonna go up here, on my shoulders, on my face. On my hips I place them so, then bend down to touch my toes, right? Now I raise them up so high, make my fingers fairly fly. Then I clap them, 1, 2, 3. Then I fold them silently, okay? So this is how it goes. My hands upon my head I place, on my shoulders, on my face, on my hips I place them so, then bend down to touch my toe. You ready to do the next part? Here we go. Now I raise them up so high, make my fingers fairly fly. Now I clap them, 1, 2, 3, then I fold them silently. Did you get it? Oh, I bet you're doing really good at it. It's got the pictures on the bottom of the page, so you can kind of follow along with what I'm doing. Big deep breath. Are you ready to try again? Here we go. On my head, my hands I place upon my head, on my shoulders. I'm sorry, I messed up again. This is why you have to practice. Let's try one more time. You ready? My hands upon my head I place, on my shoulders, on my face, on my hips I place them so, then I bend to touch my toe. Oh, can we reach your toes? Tap those toes. Here we go, next part. Now I raise them up so high, make my fingers fairly fly. Now I clap them 1, 2, 3, then I fold them silently. Did you do good that time? I did better, right? So this is what you have to learn. You always have to give a try, and you always have to practice, right? Because every time you do it, you get a little bit better. And your voice gets to find a fun way to make the rhymes go and the rhythm. Should we try it one more time before we say goodbye? I think we should, just because that way we'll be really good at it. All right? Are you ready? Here we go. My hands upon my head I place, on my shoulders, on my face, on my hips I place them so, then bend down to touch my toe. Touch, touch, touch. Then we're gonna raise up. Now I raise them up so high, make my fingers fairly fly. Then I clap them 1, 2, 3, then I fold them silently. Shh. Good job, you guys. I'm so glad you joined me for my sing-along party. I hope you guys are doing great, and we will see you next week with some new songs. See you soon, and practice, practice. Bye, everybody.